Shane Leslie Darcy sat behind a stack of crates and watched his homeless victim sleep in Sydney's CBD before he crept up to the man and slashed his neck with a box cutter. CCTV footage would later reveal his attempts to hide his culpability after he left his former friend bleeding on a footpath in the early morning following the March 2016 attack. The 41-year-old on Tuesday was jailed for at least 5 years over the incident, which saw victim Christopher Barrett receive a 12-centimeter laceration to his neck and lose an estimated 200 milliliters of blood. This was a very serious injury, deliberately inflicted on a sleeping man in a vulnerable position, New South Wales District Court Judge Michael King said when jailing Darcy for a maximum of 8 years. It was very fortunate that it did not result in far more significant consequences. The judge said Darcy, who was also homeless, clearly had animosity towards his victim and told a psychiatrist, "I stopped being mates with him, he just got on my nerves." He also gave evidence in court that he'd taken heroin and ice, and had been hearing voices for weeks that told him to hurt people. The judge said Darcy left on foot immediately after the attack and took steps to try to hide his guilt, with CCTV footage showing him changing out of his hood and tossing away a towel he'd been wearing over his head. He was fully aware that what he was doing was committing a serious criminal offense, Judge King said. The victim did see the attack but woke to immense pain and was taken to hospital, where his condition later improved after a number of surgeries. It is clear from the photograph taken before suturing that the cut made to Mr. Barrett's neck had clearly penetrated through both layers of the skin and some of the internal tissue, the judge said. Darcy made an early guilty plea to the charge of wounding with intent to cause grievous bodily harm and was therefore entitled to a 25% discount on sentence. But the judge was convinced he'd shown genuine remorse and was extremely guarded about the man's prospects for rehabilitation. "In my view, he must be regarded as a significant ongoing risk to the community," he said. Judge King backdated Darcy's sentence to the date of his arrest in March 2016, meaning he'll be eligible for parole in March 2021. AAP